It is easier now more than ever to become a top 1% man, to become a top 10% man in the world, but specifically in the United States of America. And I'll tell you why. Most men are sitting out. Most men are exiting themselves out of society. Most men are bowing out, right? Most men are giving up. Most men are distracted by the fact that women are no longer, traditional. Women are no longer the same as their grandparents or parents. So that confusion, right, has a lot of men stuck, right? It has a lot of men stuck. But your job is to find the clarity within all of the chaos, because there is clarity in the chaos. Look, first and foremost, you have to be on your purpose as a man. And since everybody else is wiping themselves out of the competition clean, you have multiple lanes wide open. You have so many lanes wide open, you don't even know how good it is right now. All you have to do is really put the boots to the ground. All you have to do is put the rubber on the pavement and you will take right off. It is not hard to get in shape and to stand out amongst women and amongst men and in society in general. It won't be hard to stand out, because guess what? The majority of people are fat sloppalopasauruses. The majority of people do not go to the gym, right? And for those of you who go to the gym, right, just because you see that the gym is full, the parking lot full, that is a very particular subset of people that go to the gym. But then you got to chop those people up, right, into another subset. How many people who go to the gym consistently? Then you have to chop those people up. How many of those people who go consistently are actually following a strict diet, who are actually in there hitting the right muscle groups, who are actually following, real programs, right? Who are actually in tip-top shape. How many people are doing that? How many men right now are focused on a purpose instead of working some 9-to-5 job that they don't want to work, right? Or if they're working a 9-to-5, are they working upper echelon positions, right? Positions that change systems and processes and actually change how the company, interact with the real world. Do they have a real position? And if not, are they focused on entrepreneurship? Are they focused on business? No, most men are not. Most men are going through the motions. Look at this. That's just through the motions. Can y'all see that? Just through the motions. That's all the highway is. But you have specific people on these highways who are putting in an extreme amount of work. And that could be you. I know for sure, I know damn well for sure that I'm one of those people who are putting in a shit ton of work. Right? Are you one of the regular cars? Are you one of the trucks on the road? Are you one of the Nissan Sentras on the road? Or are you standing out? Are you the Lamborghini driving on the road? Right? Are you the Rolls Royce driving, switching lanes? Are you the Beamer? Are you the BMW i8? Right? You're going to have to pick and choose what you want to be in this world, right? In previous times, competition, it used to be hard, especially for the hunters and gatherers, right? It used to be hard, especially when technology wasn't here, right? When technology was non-existent, right? When technology was non-existent, you actually had to use your mind. You actually had to use your physical strength if you wanted to survive, right? We have access to ChatGPT. Mainstream isn't using it. Most people aren't using it. Most people, if they do have experience with it, they're probably asking ChatGPT some stupid shit, right? They're probably asking it some stupid shit, some low IQ shit. Right? Very few people are actually using AI. Very few people are actually using it to to essentially make themselves a better product. You have to think of yourself as a product because that's what you are when you work a 9 to 5, right? You're just human capital, right? And they track all of that through data. Okay, how much can this person put out? How much can this person put out? If we put two of them together, how much money can we make? If we put these group of people together, how much money can we make? So you're a product anyway, regardless of where you go, right? You're a product when you walk into a restaurant. You're a product to a woman or a man, right? You are a product in general. So you might as well make yourself the best possible product that you can be. You might as well make yourself into an android that is coming in the first place, right? But the truth of the matter is now is way too easy now. I don't understand why and how men are complaining, right? You have it easy. Just think about this, man. And I talked about this a little bit on my live stream on YouTube. There is a lack of PFP men, purpose, freedom, and power men. There's a lack of men who are on their purpose. There's a lack of masculine authority and masculine leadership. So you got to understand, when you become that, you fill in that void for what's missing. So guess what? You draw in a shit ton of attention from the women, and you also draw in attention from the men because the men are desperately seeking some kind of leadership. The men are constantly seeking some kind of guidance, right? Masculine authority that they can follow and become what that man that they're following, right? The women are seeing the lack thereof. Y'all think the relationships are just floundering and just not prospering just because of the women. No, not just because of that, but the women also have high emotional intelligence and they can see that there's a lack of real masculine men in the world. So because of that, women are out here doing whatever they want to. It's just like with kids, right? When kids don't have strong authority at the home, right? If we want to take it to traditional values, if the man is the head, right? And he's the supreme leader below God, right? If we take it to that, women are looking around and seeing that there is not a man in sight. The men who are available, they're fat, sloppy, simps, wimps, biatches, right? They're more emotional than the women. They don't know themselves. They just want a woman to tag along with, right? Because they're desperate for female attention. They don't have a path. They just have a job, a little career that they work. But nowadays, women want to be led. They just don't want to attach themselves to any man. And when they actually see a man who is headed somewhere, who has some presence, who has some authority, who stand out amongst all the lanes, because the lanes are clear, right? The lanes are clear. It may look congested. That's just a bunch of people not going anywhere, right? But all you got to do is rev around that shit. All you got to do is drive around all of the nonsense, all of the mess, right? All of the distractions. All you have to do is drive around that, right? Now, today, it's easy. It's easy. And like I've said before, because of that, women are more prone to share one man than to be with one singular wimp, simp, right? Non-purpose, non-ambitious as man. They would rather do that. And that's where you come in at. That's where you come in and you become exactly what the world is missing. You become exactly what that void is in the world. And you could just sit back like a king. You can sit back like a king and just take it all in. Listen, if you want to be top 1% in today's time, it is easy. Just do it. First and foremost, get into the best possible shape as you can. 10 to 12% body fat. 10 to 12% body fat. Go lower if you can, but 10 to 12% body fat is like that sweet zone. Get shredded, right? Get shredded. Get in the gym, get fit, build up endurance, build up stamina. You're going to become the top 1%. Then after that, pick who you want to be in this world. Pick who you want to be in this world. Write down 10 goals. Write down 10 goals, mostly short-term goals. You can add a few long-term goals in there, but write down 10 goals, right? And knock off half of the list. Put dates and strive to achieve them. Eventually, you're going to start knocking stuff off your list. Guess what? You're going to build up those W's. And guess what? That's going to build that momentum you need to get to the bigger and the stronger goals that is really going to put you in prime position to be the man that you need to be to dominate. Right? So 10 goals. Then after that, if you don't have your passport already, you need to have your passport. What are you waiting on? This is all you know, America, or wherever you're watching from. This all you know is Great Britain. This all you know is India, right? You need to get a passport and you need to travel, right? This is going to open your mind up globally. The problem with a lot of men is they've never been anywhere, never experienced anything, right? And America really is getting harder and harder to live in. It's getting harder and harder to make real money, right? So you need to open your mind up globally so you don't feel like you're just stuck in one place. A lot of men feel like they're stuck. A lot of men feel like there's no grinding out of this current situation. There is no getting married. There is no, I can't get any women and this, that, and the third. There are no jobs. And bro, create your own lane. Create your own lane. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. Creating my own lane. Nobody can swerve in my lane. It's my lane, right? Nobody can tell me, oh, you want to go that way. No, thank you. I think I'm gonna head this direction. I got the GPS set on where I'm going already. Create your own lane. Because if not, look at this. If not, somebody's gonna create it for you. Somebody's going to create that lane for you. And you're just going to be sitting in traffic every single day of your short, long life. You're just going to be sitting in traffic. All hopes and dreams flushed down the toilet, not because you couldn't accomplish it, but because you flushed it down the toilet. This is most men today. Headed nowhere fast. No goals, no nothing. They want the system to think for them. They want the government to think for them. They don't want to think for themselves. They don't want to have to think about making money on their own. They don't want to have to think about producing on their own. Most men want to just go to work and just get a paycheck. But I'm here to tell you and I'm here to warn you that those days are done. This system is breaking and is creating a new one. So either you become self-sufficient, not saying that a 9-to-5 job is bad, right? Use it to your advantage, but you have to become more self-reliant on yourself. You have to learn how to produce out of nothing. You have to. But it's easier now more than ever. I gave you resources in the Patreon. I'm always helping you think. I'm telling you exactly what to do. I'm giving you the frequency of thought to be able to get this done. You should be able to get it done. Read, read, read. Experiment, experiment, experiment. There's tons of platforms, AI, creation apps. There's so many things. Chatbots, right? You have ChatGPT, you have Gemini, you have so many things that can help you nowadays. There's literally no excuse to fail, especially since most men are bowing out. Now is your time to shine, because the women want the same. They want the same men. They want the top percentage of men. So guess what? If women is your problem, guess what? You'll have an abundance of women, right? Competition is bowing out. So guess what? It won't take much to go through those gates. So remember that. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. Purpose, freedom, and power. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here. And I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint. PFP life. A way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.